So one of the good reasons of why isolation is best, on your journey of becoming, that's what I'm gonna call it, my journey of becoming. The reason is some of the people that you do want to, be with you through this journey, they would be a sabotage to it. And the reason why I say that, because sometimes people cannot see the bigger picture, meaning also the bigger picture of who you are. And this also gives God the opportunity to show us more about ourselves, because there are some things about us that we can't see. So on this journey, come on now, to becoming, you might start having different interests, like things that come to mind, and you might tell somebody about it. You might say, I want to be a photographer. I'm thinking about, working on some designs. I want to, paint. I'm thinking about, getting into producing, making beats. And some of these people that's with you, they might not mean no harm, but you may hear somebody say, I can't see that. I can't see you doing that. Now, a lot of times we've heard something like that before. And sometimes some people might say, oh, I can see that. But this is why isolation is very important, because it gives us time to evolve and for God in life to show us more about, us as well. Because on that journey, a lot of people not going to see it. This journey of becoming, they not gonna see it, so they may sabotage, especially if what they say and their opinions matter to us. Because if they saying, nah, I can't see that, nah, that don't look like you, that don't look like you. And even on my journey, I was recognizing, this same thing, and I just started thinking about this. And there are certain things that I do, or I have a job, and some people be like, I can't see you working on that type of job. And and sometimes people don't know everything about us and our character. Some things we can see for ourselves, and we know for sure what we talking about, this matches me. But some people will not give you space to evolve. You know what I'm saying? They only know you how they met you. And so check this out. Here's the real deal. It's that sometimes people have their own ideal of us, and especially if it's based off image. You know what I'm saying? So depending on how you look, I wouldn't think you would drive that type of car. I would think you like this. I wouldn't think you like that type of music. I would think you like this. And like I say, people have their own ideas of us, and they think their ideas are actually reality. So that's why I'm saying sometimes, they may not mean any harm, but however, it can sabotage you on your journey of becoming. You see what I'm saying? Catch them diamonds. So this is just something I was thinking about. Like, isolation is important, especially when we're trying to know more about us and we're going through, they having this development and growth in our life and evolving, becoming. I'm becoming more than what I knew. I'm becoming more than what you knew. You see what I'm saying? And so, I've heard this too. This right here is what we've heard. Who would have ever thought you? We've heard that line before. You know what I'm saying? You heard that line in real life. You done heard it in movies. Who would have ever thought the little kid on the, my next door neighbor, who would have ever thought, that I've been knowing you since you were yay high, stuff like that. Because some people, they can't see it. They can't see it. And I'm going to tell you something. Your environment matters. The people that you are around matters, especially from growing from a child up. It matters what they say. It matters. Because sometimes we are not strong enough to go against what people say. Oh, everybody's saying they don't see me going pro. Everybody say they don't see me being a comedian. They don't see me being an actress or actor. And so we'll ride with that, because everything in our environment is saying, nah. So maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I got too inspired by TV and saw something, and maybe that's not me. And that's, like I say, that's a deadly game, dangerous game, because you ain't even giving yourself an opportunity to become. Come on now, catch them diamonds. Sometimes, we sabotage ourselves. So this is just something good to think about. It matters what people are saying. Because who you are, they don't even know yet. You don't even know yet. And we got to have that time to evolve in life. So isolation is good for me. That's what I've learned. And sometimes sometimes it's even good to be isolated from our own thoughts, when God is putting people in our lives to speak to us. And it could be strangers, even though we having negative thoughts and battling the thoughts in our mind. God has sent somebody, you see what I'm saying, into the world, into the universe, to speak to you where you are, just to continue to plant those seeds, because sometimes we have doubts. Come on now, telling you what I know. And I'm gonna tell you something before I go. Your life is important. All you have is your life, and all you have are the opportunities that come your way for you. And you're gonna have to take them, especially if you know it's something that you've been speaking, that you've been praying, that you've been writing down. You got to take them, because the truth is, there are so many people sometimes in your environment that have not took opportunities in their life based on fear, or they just feel the doubt within themselves. You know, it all works together. And if you don't take yours, you're gonna end up where they are. You see what I'm saying? And you gonna stay in that space in life where you say, if it was meant to happen, it would have. You know what? Sometimes things don't happen because we don't happen. Come on, catch them diamonds. What that mean is, we didn't move. We didn't say yes to it. We didn't walk. That's why it don't happen. You know, it's so many people in the world that feel that way. If it was supposed to happen, they think life and, you know, God just supposed to pick them up out their house and do all the work for them. That's what they think. And that's what I be talking about when people just, you pray for opportunities, but you sit on them and thinking that it's supposed to feel easy when it happens. If it was me, it was supposed to go smooth. Some things gonna be a little turbulence. And that's what I gave a prophecy one time to a friend, and I was talking about the turbulence to elevation. And when I did that prophecy, they actually went through that turbulence, but it was elevation. And I said, when you start to feel this turbulence of your plane going up, meaning your life, it's gonna feel like you about to crash, but you're not. It's just turbulence to elevation, because you're moving, because you're happening. Come on now, catch them diamonds. I'm telling you, it's gonna be turbulence. Even right now, with me walking in my prophecy, everything that's happening in my life that you're witnessing, this has all been, spoken to me, a prophecy. When I was 23 years old, we way past 10 years, 12 years, 13 years now. What you seeing now, I'm just walking in prophecy. Like, seeing me get back into the studio, that was prophesied too 10 years ago. I'm just walking in it. You see what I'm saying? So when opportunities come, some people send me music, and then, when I get to go to the studio, someone open up their studio to me and say, yeah, come on, I want to work. That was all written. Only thing I had to do was walk in it, take the opportunities. You see what I'm saying? Some people might say, oh, I wouldn't even worry about that type of music stuff, all that crazy stuff going on. That ain't got nothing to do with me and what God is doing in my life. You see what I'm saying? You got to understand, in life, God still have people in position and also in power. Everything ain't got to be what they got going on. So I'm not going to stop my life because what you talking about over here, that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? I know what path I'm on. And all I'm saying is, sometimes it's just best to leave people where they are. Sometimes they cannot come. Things are in your life are still cooking, and they gonna disrupt what's happening in the kitchen. You see what I'm saying? It's we cooking up right now, and they gonna disrupt what's happening. It's not done yet, and maybe they can come back when everything is done and when the table is set. Maybe maybe not. But sometimes it's just best for you to sit at this table by yourself until things get done cooking up. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what I be thinking about. It's so many people in this world where what held you back was your company. Come on now. What held you back was your company. And some people, you so hooked to these people. Like, that's my day one. But day one might not have a new mind. You know what I'm saying? Day one mind may not be renewed. It's just not about the day ones, man. I gotta be around ones where they mind have been renewed. And they give me room to evolve. You see what I'm saying? Elevate. That's what I need. But you ain't gonna know that until you elevate as well. So that's why I'm giving you this message. Catch them diamonds.